Good morning, good morning. Day 65 is July 12th. I think it's a Friday. It's my fifth of 6 full days of hiking. And that's saying something, getting there the right amount of time considering my ankle. I just started. I think it's gonna be sunny. I can see the sun bursting through there a little bit. Just we're on top of a mountain in the fog, so it's trying to burn off. Man, is it pretty though. So I left at 7:30. I'm at mile 152. I gotta get better at doing that. 152, going southbound, so that's 152 miles from the northern terminus. And I'm 36 miles from either Leavenworth or Skycomish. I've seen in videos and heard so much about Leavenworth. I kind of wish I would have sent my package there. Some kind of Bavarian town that just looks amazing. Great bakeries too, but supposedly Skycomish isn't too bad. So, and they have a pretty cheap hotel that I'm gonna need to stay in. Sorry if this is bouncy. In the mornings, my ankle's super stiff. By the end of the day, middle of the day, end of the day, it's pretty good. It's looser, but hurts all the time. But at least I can walk faster. Yeah, so the plan is I've got 36 miles, so I'm gonna try to go 15 to 17 the next couple days. Tomorrow will be Saturday, get that done, and I'll be, like I said last night, close to town. I can camp, and Sunday morning get up and hitch in. And weekends are easier to hitch into these remote towns, small towns I should say. Weekdays, not so many people around. So I can go in and get some food. I heard they have a good deli, and then maybe try to check in midday. Sunday's a good day, as you know, because it's their last day and they're checking out for the weekend. So yeah, so looking at gut hooks, I'm stoked. I hope it's true. There's a couple mile 700-foot climb and like 3 small climbs, but they're small. Like one's 300 feet, one's 700, one's 600. I don't know, but compared to all of these, have been 3 or 4 in a row that were 2,500 to 3,500, and from 5 to 9 miles long. So that is my plan right now. What's great is I can't see anything right now, so I can just see right in front of me, but I don't know what to expect today. But I'm excited about getting past all the hard stuff, especially with my ankle. And man, having to go a little over 70 miles on this thing is something. I guess it'll be good for a story later on or something, but talk about my through hike. But I'd rather not go through it, to be honest with you. I want to enjoy this. I've gone through the most beautiful section I've been through so far, and half of it I haven't been able to enjoy very much because it's hard to see the beauty when you're in just utter pain. So that's it for now. I'm gonna get going and try not to fall or get hurt again. See you guys down the road.
From the pond. It was right after that we climbed that peak on the way down.
Reds or?
I don't remember the names of the passes.
Oh, okay.
The peaks. So it was, I did 2 yesterday. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was wherever the first one was.
You're an overachiever.
And then, so do you remember that?
Now that I'm doing this climb, I'm getting higher above the fog. Super pretty. Just saw a big deer run across the trail. I didn't have my camera, of course. Big one. Went from my right now, go across the trail left, and just bounded right down the hill like it was nothing. Wish I could walk like that. Okay, I'm going for this climb. I can see the top, so I'm not super far, maybe 3/10 of a mile away. I was gonna tell you that from camp was a couple miles of downhill, which was nice. And a guy passed me because I'm going so slow, named Nat Geo. He's such a super cool dude. He's like 32, also a flip, so he's done the desert like me. And told him what happened. He said he got a big injury. Similar, was off the trail for 10 days earlier, shin splints. I was only off 3 days, so I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, he gave me some leave. People give me some every day, so it's just enough for that day, and then somebody's kind enough to give it to me the next day. But while we were hiking, I ate crap bad, almost like when I fell off the cliff. And I fell down a steep ravine, not as steep. It was like I was walking, completely paying attention, stepped on a rock and moved. And I mean, it's like being on ice, I don't know how to explain it, but when you have one leg now that literally can't support hardly any weight on it, you know, my right foot, which is the strong leg, slipped and was going over, and I tried to support my left, and God, I didn't tweak it any worse. But I went down and ate crap off the trail and cut my knee up pretty bad. But nothing else got hurt, thank goodness. I'll show you that right now. Doesn't hurt, thank goodness. But my poor left leg. Okay, I'll show you this pass I'm going over. This is beautiful. Here's a whole new area straight ahead that I'm looking at now. Okay, so I came up from that way. Showing you how pretty it is. There's mountains behind mountains behind mountains. I don't know if you can see way back there. I think it's hard on this cell phone. But it's getting buggy. Kind of cool fog bank right there. I'm gonna go over to that side. See a light tan spot. I'm gonna lay out my stuff, do a yard sale, and dry out my stuff while I can. All right, so I'm taking a break. Normally I don't take one this early. It's almost 10 o'clock. I started at 7:30, but I'm doing what you call a yard sale. Just my tent was wet. These are some of the things that people don't know. It's the non-glamorous things you have to do. Like I said, I probably only had 3 or 4 days so far on my whole through hike where I put a tent away dry. I'm really pretty screwed on my ankle the more I think about it. I think I've talked to multiple people since then. I think I tore the ligaments. You know, they're not clean through, but they're torn. That's what the popping is. And it's gonna be a long rehab, so I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know if it's, as you could tell from my shin splints, it was only a 3-day rest. I'm a pretty fast healer, but I'm not sure what to do. I'm gonna take some time off. Hopefully find some trail angels that can put me up too. But you know, when people do this with basketball, I know because my son played 12 years of basketball. When they blow their ankle like this, you know, they get wrapped up and they get crutches and they're off their feet for 2 to 4 weeks. I'm gonna have to hike 75, maybe a little more than 75 miles, and through the most rough, uneven, slimy, wet, muddy terrain that I've seen so far, and so it can't be good for it. So I'll be right back. Somebody's coming up. Sorry about that. I'm not sure where I was going with that, except for I'm just really worried because this isn't the kind of injury that you just shake off, and I should not be on it. It's pretty scary looking, and it's my whole leg, but mostly foot and ankle. Even the top of my foot is now all fat. There's blood settling in my leg. People suggest going to the doctors, and I don't have insurance. I quit my job, so I don't have insurance. And I'm on a tight budget, so I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know what to do. It's really predicated on how long it takes me to heal, you know? I mean, if I'm 80%, 75, 80%, then I can get back out there, you know? And my fear is slipping again. Like I ate crap bad today. Thankfully it wasn't on my bad leg, but tore my knee up. But my fear is retweaking it out there. If so, I'm probably done, because I can't just keep re-injuring it and expect to finish at the end. So I'm not sure what to do. Just kind of a little rant there. Not even a rant, just venting. And you know, I've always tried to share the good times, and you have to share the bad times and the tough times. That's part of through hiking. The tough times are where people quit. The good times are the fun part, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my snack. Hopefully this stuff dries and get going. This is Lake Sally Ann. Really pretty. So for my next shout out, and remember these are no order of importance or to me or any of that kind of stuff, it's just as I think of them. I forgot to do one yesterday, is my good buddy, longtime buddy, over 20 years I think, Tim B. I don't think you want me to use his last name, but Tim. I think you're watching these videos. When I got to Canadian Meadows too early and finished the first, the desert, and I'm gonna try not to fall over my ankle and talk. And came home, I had about 6 weeks to get back on the trail to go southbound. And part of the sacrifice of doing this trail is giving up your apartment and I gave my notice at my job and all that kind of stuff. And really I had nowhere to stay. And really, I mean, after camping on the PCT, if I had to sleep in my car, I would have been fine with that. But he realized that and offered to let me stay with him. He has like a 5-bedroom house. He's my old neighbor when I was married, so and it was just more than kind. I mean, he and his wife were just so kind to put me up, and you know, I mean, I tried to stay out of their way, but I'm sure I was in the way some, and you know, changed their lifestyle a little bit. I tried my best not to, but Tim, thank you so much. That meant so much to me. And one of the things that we forget when we're in regular life is we kind of take for granted our friends and family and stuff, and we get so busy. And that's all that really matters, you know? And when you come out on the trail and you have a lot of time to think, that's what I thought about. And Tim's one of the people that I reached out to him and said that when I come back, and I didn't know I'd be back so soon, but come back, I want to renew our friendship. I used to be a pretty good competitive golfer in my younger years, and I've kind of neglected golf since I fell in love with backpacking about 3 years ago, but I really want to start playing. It's one of the things that I found that I realized while out here. Something I do well, and probably better than most people, but it gives me confidence and happiness. And so when I was back home in San Diego, played golf a bunch. He took me out golfing, and it just was really fun. And thank you, Tim. I'm trying to look at you in the eyes and not fall off this cliff and die. I'll show you the view in a minute. It's straight down on my right side. But anyway, thank you, Tim. It meant a lot to me. I know you're like, it's no big deal, but it really is. And it made my 6 weeks off so much better and easier. And Tim and everybody else, look at this view. If you can appreciate it or not, but it's super vast, as far back as you can see. And it's very, very steep. Anyway, that's shout out number 2. I just got some, I've gone 13.5 miles. I'm gonna go at least, I think, a couple more miles unless I see a sweet camp spot, but to get to the top of a hill. But I'm so bummed. I just did a gear review on my tripod and my selfie stick thing I put on my hiking pole in the morning to say good morning, good morning. Well, I just did some filming with it, talking on there, giving a shout out to my buddy Tim. And right then, when I was done, a guy walked by and distracted me. It's my fault, but I left it on my pole and I've been hiking with it, and it somewhere snapped off and everything, so it's broken. So you may only get this perspective now. I've got the little part that slides onto my trekking pole, just the expandable, pretty inexpensive thing that holds my cell phone. I might be able to order online and figure out how to get it to myself, maybe send it ahead to myself. So you may see this perspective for a while, and I apologize for that. I'm pretty bummed about it. I only carried 2 things like that to film with, and I just broke one of them. And that's a little update. And so go a few more miles unless I find a sweet campsite, but I've already gone 13.5 miles and it's 3:52. Going super slow today. Hey guys, I thought I'd just wrap it up. I have a bunch of tents, as you saw in the previous picture. I didn't count them all, but probably 7 or 8 tents around me, so I'm trying to be respectful. It's about 6:30 right now. I got here about an hour ago, 5:30, and so it was about 10 hours of hiking, and I'm proud of myself. My minimum yesterday, today, and tomorrow was 15 miles. I don't need to go really far, but just 15 miles, and that would get me in. Today's Friday, so we'll do another 15 tomorrow on Saturday. Then I only have 6 miles in on Sunday. But I did, so I'm proud of myself because I did 17.6 miles today. It was very hard, but we have no more giant hills, but just a lot of up, down, up, down, up, down. I did the math, and all the big slopes I did about 2,600 feet, which has lately been like just one hill. And so that was not including all the small ups, just all the semi-big ones. yeah, one of the reasons why I did almost 18 miles was around I wanted to do 15 miles, which is at a peak. There's a lot of stealth campsites that are not on gut hooks, and you just have to look for them. A lot of times you'll see a trail off of the main trail going right up into the trees, and you know that's a campsite. And I got to that peak at 15 miles, and I was pretty much kind of wanted to be done. And I showed a little bit of the scenery. It was amazing, beautiful wise, but there was not one single camp spot for the last 3 miles, which is almost unheard of. So I came down to what I just showed you. It's called Pear Lake, or I like to call it Pearl without the L. But it's a beautiful lake. Some of the people here are swimming, but the mosquitoes are really bad. So I just set up and got in my tent. I'm gonna eat some dinner and edit. But so I'm excited. I only have 14.9, so 15 miles tomorrow to be within. There's some campsites about 4 miles from the pass that I need to get to, and then I'll get up Sunday morning, do the 4 miles. Take me like an hour and a half with my leg, who knows, but get there in the morning and then hitch in, and then I'll have all day Sunday to kind of get settled and figure out what I'm going to do. I still don't know, and I apologize if I'm talking about my leg too much. I will try to edit some of this out so you don't hear about it all. But things change. But the more people I've talked to out here, and I've talked to a nurse. She said, yeah, it sounds like you tore your ligaments when they make the loud popping sound. And as you can see by the picture, it's still pretty bad. It's really weird. I mean, it helps to elevate. I elevate at night and I have my compression sock on. When I get up, it's super stiff, of course, because I haven't been on it. And the first hour or two, it hurts a lot, and then it kind of loosens up. And then some people gave me some more Aleve, so that'll help a lot too. So anyway, overall I had a good day though. My legs stopped hurting so bad. Depends. Uphill doesn't hurt, downhill it does, but that's about it. And till tomorrow, hope you have a good day.